Now.
Mine quite double, mine.
Oh, good, Brian? We're still going.
Huh?
Mine almost
We'll
triple.
find out in a second.
That's what I'm saying. They do away with that homestead exemption, it'll triple again.
You like
Yeah,
it,
good to go.
TV?
Oh, yeah, you can just-
On camera, live, we're good.
Start.
On camera, live, we're good.
Let's go then. We're gonna call the meeting to order. I'd ask everybody to stand and join us in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our first agenda item is a special town meeting. Article 1 of the special town meeting is choose a moderator to proceed over the meeting.
Make a motion for Christine Kerrigan.
I second it.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Article 2, to see if the town will set in place a solar moratorium for up to 180 days
Mhm.
to allow a new solar ordinance to be drafted by the planning board. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, discussion. Oh, sorry. Please go, Diane.
Diane Ray. The planning board at the last meeting made rapid changes to the ordinance and along with audience members' participation. That will be to the select board for their next meeting for review. It feels like a moratorium is overkill and not needed. Since the changes are already in place.
Are the changes in place? I was under the impression that we had to go through another town meeting in order to.
To be drafted by the planning board. The planning board has made a draft of the new one. The new draft is completed and is on its way to the select board.
And then we still have to go through legal review and town meeting and vote it in to replace the old one. So we still got a few steps to go.
Correct, but
Okay.
but the way this is written, to see if, to allow new solar orders to be drafted by the planning board. That's what it says, and I'm saying that's done already, so we
I
don't,
see exactly what you're saying.
don't need a moratorium to allow that to happen.
Any other discussion? Discussion?
I think for me, putting the moratorium in place, it's just a comment, but putting the moratorium in place would give time for the new ordinance to go through the process and get finalized before. That way, when it goes to vote, it's ready to go. And during the in-between process, we don't have anything else come in that we then have to deal with the and/or clause and stuff again, like we did with the last solar application. I think it'll just make it a lot cleaner in the long run.
Something else.
I was just gonna say, it says up to 180 days, so. If it takes 2 days, that's if it takes a week, if it takes, doesn't matter, if it's up to 100. Right,
Yeah, and that's part of the reason we changed the wording on it when we did it was from at least to up to, that way, if it can get completed quicker, that way we can go back and put it in place and move on.
Diane, I think you had your hand up too.
Yeah, I'm saying realistically, does this stop any individuals from proceeding with theirs? Apparently it does, right? So if I wanted to put a solar on my house, I can no longer do that. Is that correct?
If it requires a permit or work through the ordinance, yes.
Okay, I mean, if anybody else applies, the concern was that medium and large. Or medium applications for medium-sized solar farms, any of the state incentives for those expire at the end of the year, so there's nobody in the pipeline right now who's applied. So really, this is only stopping individual residential people who want it. I mean, potentially would stop somebody else, but nobody's applying in the next 2 weeks, so we couldn't get something through the state between now and the end of the year if you hadn't already started the process. So it feels like all we're doing is kind of spinning our wheels, but perhaps stopping individuals. If I wanted to put something in, I couldn't do it until this got repealed.
So
Doesn't feel fair.
I think the hard thing is, we don't know that somebody's not gonna come in and put a new application in between now and and when the stuff runs out in the next month or two. We also, there is some stuff down on Alden Hill Road that we need to go take a look at, because it looks like there is a solar stuff being built in Canton. So there very well could be something coming forward that we would need to deal with that could be affected by this ordinance. So I think it's something that we do need to look at going forward with.
I just want to chime in, it'll allow, I see your point on it, but it'll allow us, I'm Tom Peters, the chair of the planning board. It'll allow us to read the ordinance to make it more clear. So that we're not running into the and or, again. Yes, it may be an inconvenience for someone who wants to do a personal one, but if we can get through the process, get it rewritten. Back to the townspeople, voted on and put back in, if we do that in the time frame that we're wanting to do it. I'm hoping it'll only be a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe. And then we'll be back with a proper ordinance that is written without the and or, and just has proper verbiage.
So we would hold another special town meeting in November, potentially, to vote in a new ordinance. If that comes in that fast, we would do that.
We would, yeah, we would need to.
Okay.
The guidelines.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir.
So then if you rewrite the ordinance, why can't we rewrite the ordinance so if a private homeowner wants to put in a solar, they can,
They can.
without having to go with this ordinance?
And I
Why
think,
can't that be written in that way? If we're changing the ordinance now, why can't we change it to benefit our citizens?
and I don't want to agree or not agree or disagree with you, because really the only question we're asking is, should we put a moratorium on the current ordinance? So that it can be rewritten. So I don't want to get into specifics about how it could be rewritten. As it's been pointed out, we're gonna have to have another public meeting to talk about how it can be rewritten.
And there, if you don't mind, can I chime in for a second? There is some stuff for small scale, so if you wanna put it on your house, under the small scale. This basically tells you like what the stipulations are for it, and we do allow the small scale stuff. What sparked a lot of this was in the verbiage for medium and large scale, we had wattage requirements and land acreage requirements. And they kind of crossed into each other. So if you read the definition one way, it was large scale because of the wattage, but medium scale because of the size. But then if you flip it the other way, it's now medium scale because of the, medium scale because of the size, because of the wattage, and large scale because of the size. So that's why we wanted to basically break it down so that it's consistent across the board. But there's a section in there, you wanna put, everyone in the town of Canton can put solar panels on the roof. There's no stopping that in this ordinance.
Any further discussion on Article 2?
I have a question, for the application that passed through the planning board last week, for which a public hearing is being held on November 6th. Does this moratorium stop that application from proceeding?
Please.
No, it doesn't. Dan Crosby.
Mhm.
No, it doesn't stop them. It doesn't stop their application. We may throw that in the media.
Thank
Which
you.
is, I think that's kind of the point, because, so the application that's been approved is approved, and that's a done deal. But if someone.
I guess just to correct you, the application hasn't been approved. It's been considered compliant with all the pieces that are supposed to be submitted. And then it has to go through public hearing. There's still many steps left.
Yeah, man, my point being, if tomorrow a new applicant came in. And there was no moratorium, the planning board would be obliged to use the current ordinance.
This one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
while that's probably pretty unlikely here, to happen in the next month or two, directly.
Well, even no. Well, yeah, I'm gonna put it in my house and that big swamp, because There's enough road there for one.
Any more discussion on Article 2? Okay, all those in favor of Article 2? Raise your hand. I think I got 8. Rob, I didn't see if your hand was up or not, I'm sorry. Okay. I think I got 8, and we got how many in the room? 13. So Article 2 passes. Article 3, to see if the town will repeal the existing ordinance named Town of Canton Solar Ordinance. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second? Is there discussion?
Why is it necessary to repeal an existing ordinance? I don't understand, but I'd love to learn.
I was just gonna ask them.
Will someone give it to you, please?
Okay, I didn't add it, I didn't add it.
I can't answer the question, so I'm looking to somebody who might be able to.
I don't have an answer for it, because I didn't,
So it could be rewritten.
I didn't put it on there, so.
Okay, so we don't have an answer as to why.
Why is it on the article? Was it part of the vote on the select board meeting when they put together the warrant?
I wasn't at that meeting, Diane, so
Yeah, I listened
can't
to it on
tell.
tape and it got cut off before the end of the meeting, so you couldn't see the end of it.
Yeah, because the laptop died.
Yeah.
Again.
So I can't answer that question, and we can't answer that question.
You can
We
table,
don't-
you can table it,
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna say, then how can we vote on it if you can't?
it
No,
can be
that's
tabled,
fair, yeah.
you don't have to, you can pass over
I
it.
mean, you could. I would be concerned if that passes. Now, we don't have anything in place for the one that's in the pipeline right now.
Okay.
There's no,
I make a motion, we table it.
Okay, second,
I'll second.
all those in favor? Opposed? It's hard enough to count this late at night.
This side's opposed, this was all right.
Well, I guess with that said, the article is tabled.
Mhm.
And that brings us to the conclusion of our special town meeting. We're going to continue on with the select board meeting. So of course, you're all welcome to stay and you're all welcome to leave if you don't want to sit.
Motion to adjourn the special town meeting.
Thank you, that's a good idea, Kathy.
I motion to adjourn the special town meeting.
Second. All those in favor of adjourning the special town meeting? Thank you. Moving on to the select board meeting. Are there any agenda adjustments?
What's that?
And the treasury report.
Yes. So we're gonna move the treasury report to the beginning of the agenda. Any other agenda adjustments? I think we should postpone the abatement to the next meeting.
I'll ask for that to be signed so we can move forward.
We don't have a quorum, we can vote on it tonight,
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Sorry.
so that'll have to wait.
I got it. I was gonna explain why, but then.
So I guess with that said, any other agenda adjustments? Treasury.
All right, so, Christine asked this morning for me to, put together a report of where we're standing currently. And as such, full bank balances, you have those on our sheets, our current loan balances and our year-to-date revenues. We do not have a full expense report because we do not have beginning numbers in yet, as we are still working with the auditors to get through 24 and 25's audits. 2023's audit is there on the table. That was recently completed. 2024's is in the pipeline, just about done. 2025's will be next. I would expect that to take 1 to 2 months, based on the speed with which they've completed the other audits. And then we should be all up to date. I am looking for a little bit more information from Bernice on how to proceed going forward. And That is called ladder capital.
I think, like I said to you, earlier, Aaron, we're thankful that this is moving forward.
Yes.
And we're trying to get ready for budget season in December, so can we plan on doing another treasury update at the next meeting?
Yes, yeah, but we can, like I said, this is the beginning of an Excel spreadsheet, like I said, you caught me this morning.
I know it was last night.
A single snapshot in time, but as this goes on, this will become a more filled out document. It won't be just, here's where we stand today. It'll be a little bit more because we'll have a starting point now. And that's something to go forward.
So it's my understanding we're still waiting on to be able to determine how much is carrying over from all our.
We are still looking at where we are again, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we were left in a bit of a mess, but we're working on it as hard as we can, so.
Did you have anything else?
Okay.
Well, thank you.
You're very well.
Enjoy letting your dog out.
I certainly do.
Updated fee schedule.
Back up in a few minutes, so.
Oh, did I jump over that? Thank you. Approval of the minutes, October 9th meeting. I move to approve as written.
Second,
All those in favor? October 14th minutes. We don't have
we can't,
quorum, so
Yeah.
we can't
Okay.
table to 14.
Yep.
Thank you.
The fee schedule. I think Sean added this to the agenda for today. Brian did?
well, I did for Sean. He brought it up during the planning board meeting that he wanted it added. He wanted to, he was looking to talk about, solar fees. That's what he wanted it brought up for. I think we should look at our building permit prices. I know a lot of other towns are doing it, either by square foot or just a flat cost, but their flat cost is significantly higher than what ours is. Our building permits currently are only $50.
That's for individuals, for a solar bigger fund is higher.
Right, I mean, just for a personal building fee. A lot of other towns are doing significantly higher flat fees and or charging by the square foot. Cause just for a small addition. On a camp building, I paid a lot more than $50. And that was just for a small addition.
Yes, sir.
I thought that the idea was if the fees were low enough, people would maybe move into the town. Because we're a dying town, you know what I mean? Now, it was part of the reason why they kept the fees low. So they could attract businesses and people would come in. And to go the other way, it'll be just like every other town.
I think it would be helpful to have a survey of the surrounding towns and what their fee schedules are. To see if we are totally out of whack with any of these.
Depends what's surrounding the town we're being compared with. If you compare us to Livermore, which has a lot more to offer than we do. In comparison, if you compare us to Sumner, which don't have much more to offer than us. Then the fees should be the same as Sumner, but not the same as Livermore. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, because it's all to me like location, location, location. Is what we should be paying for, and what does Canton have to offer anybody? Not much.
That's not
Same.
true.
same as Buckley.
Yeah. High taxes,
Hospitality, that's about it, and high property taxes.
property taxes and the whole.
I guess I disagree with that.
Yeah,
I'm just, you know, it depends what surrounding towns we're being compared to.
I think what I'd like to do with the fees, I move to table this pending a survey of surrounding comparable towns. And
You should be able to get most of this from the state archives, so state records somewhere, that you could get a printout of everything that's around you. Or the whole state, as a matter of fact, probably,
Per capita.
the per capita.
All of them border,
Yeah.
would be perfect.
I guess one way or the other, I think we need to table this to the next meeting because I don't have enough information.
Yeah.
And I make that motion. Is there a second?
I'll
Yes.
second it.
All those in favor? Kathy, can you try to put together a survey? Thank you. What happened to my agenda? Sorry,
Paper.
I had way too much paper. The cemetery ordinance and was sent to the select board from the planning board. There are some changes to the cemetery ordinance, and I guess I'm questioning. I added this to the agenda because I'm questioning what was the motivation? Why was a cemetery ordinance being rewritten to begin with?
a specific select person asked that it be the planning board to rewrite it.
Okay,
No, at town meeting, got voted down, it was asked to make rewrites.
Yeah,
The town meeting decision.
but it started with, it was specifically asked to be rewritten, because we had just approved it 2022.
so we've received this draft from the planning board. The planning board has represented, they don't believe it needs legal review. I guess I have serious concerns with that.
After I spent all day Tuesday at a cemetery association meeting conference and learned a lot of new things that I didn't know from my past, all my past cemetery experiences. And I have some more different ordinances coming. I would like us to wait and maybe add some different things to it
Before sending it forward to legal
before
review.
sending it forward, because in this one, and I was a part of it, I admit it, we didn't put in about picking up summer decorations when that needs to be picked up. And there is no, obviously, an appeals part in it, since we have that problem. Yeah. So I suggest we set it aside and we'll work on it some more.
I guess we'll reply to the planning board, although you as chair, we suggest we table it for a little bit, wait for the more information that's coming in from other towns and.
I have the
not
state
move forward
statute
with it
here.
Okay.
now. Moving on to sewer ordinance.
Thought they didn't.
This field charges $50 for flat fee.
It's people in it.
I guess regarding the sewer ordinance, the board has to update the fees and the fee schedule for sewer and the way the fees are collected. We have actually later on in this agenda, we have some discussion with the sewer superintendent about how to come up with a fee schedule that's more equitable and not straight across the board. So we're disinclined to move that forward, and I think we conveyed that earlier, but if it didn't get through earlier, I guess I'd ask if anybody disagrees whether or not we should table the sewer ordinance for now until we have a new fee schedule.
I think the other reason for us to table it at this point is, we're in the process of looking, Dave's getting ready to retire, and we're looking to figure out if we're going to do keep that as an employee position, or if we're looking to do a contracted position, or how we're gonna figure out how to move that forward with the sewer department, what makes best sense in terms of finances, if it's cheaper to do one versus the other. And then also working with, like Christine mentioned, working with Jay, Mark, from Jay on how to redo our current rate structures and everything.
Can I say something?
Sure.
All mentions of the fee schedule have been removed from that ordinance, because the ordinance says, we decided several years ago with the select board that no ordinance would have a fee structure built into it, everything would refer to town fee schedule. So there is no specific fees mentioned in there, there's no billing structure, there's no timing, it just says all this will be determined by the select board. So it's like a timeless thing, doesn't mention anything.
Since I'm still of the position, we should table this, any additions or updates to the sewer ordinance until such time as we've transitioned from Dave to our new sewer representative. I don't know the best word.
Sewer plan.
Sewer plan. I think there's a lot of questions out there, and it's all gonna be happening. A lot of this information is gonna be coming in the next few months. As people move towards retirement, so I think it's best to wait for at least a couple months. And one thing that Dave has conveyed to the board more than once is that he's been commended by multiple authorities on how comprehensive and extensive and wonderful our sewer ordinance is. So I think before any changes are made to the sewer ends, I personally would like to see it go to legal review.
It's already been to legal review. And all those legal changes have been incorporated, and there was only one minor change.
Okay. With that said, does anybody disagree or want to continue to table this until such time as we have better ideas of what's going on with the sewer position?
I agree. I think we need to wait and figure out what our plan with the department going forward is, because that could make some very large edits to the ordinance depending on what we do for structure of the department.
Budget committee will be the next item on our agenda, and I think you added it.
I did, so, Carol and I started throwing around some stuff regarding budget the other night, and we realized that due to one person coming on the select board, we now only have 2 people on our budget committee. And so we need 3 more. So I just put it on the agenda to see if Kathy could, or Aaron, one of you could post it on the Facebook page that we're looking for volunteers for budget committee. Yep. Unless I miscounted. I think we just have Brian and Mac left.
When does that committee meet?
So they'll start meeting sometime in December and meet.
So they don't know what day or time the meeting is.
Don't know yet. Yeah, we won't know for probably another month before.
But then the budget committee sets their date.
Yeah, the budget committee sets their own meeting times and dates.
It's
Well,
usually,
and I get that, but like for somebody to volunteer or to step up,
Mhm.
like I need. If, for instance, for me, I need to know the schedule, like, cause there's 2 nights a week, I can't be in a meeting.
so usually what it is the Board of Selectmen will set the first meeting. And say, you know, budget committee, you're coming into our selectmen's meeting on this date. And you guys would come in. We'd say, you know, the 4 or 5 of you, this is the budget committee. You guys do your elections, elect your chairperson and your secretary, and then you guys set the rest of the schedule. Usually what it is 1 meeting. We try to make it so that it works out, so you guys have roughly 1 meeting a week or a meeting every other week. For about a couple months. Depending on how quick it goes or how.
And there again, it depends on what day of the week that they have their meeting would be for me. I work Tuesday and Wednesday night.
If you volunteered, then you would have the input into what nights you could.
Well, I understand, but I'm still only 1 vote over 5.
Oh, they're an easy, Mac's easygoing, Brian Jordan's easygoing. Yeah,
Okay, I mean, I'm not volunteering.
Write his name down.
Sure sounded like you were.
I'm contemplating it, and I'll think about it, and I'll let you know.
Thank you.
But I wanted to ask some questions before I even consider.
And you were on it when you were on the planning board, but you can't
Yes.
be on it if you're on.
Right.
Correct.
But yes, Tom?
I don't know yet.
He's with me. He's with me.
So you'll post that on the Facebook page
Facebook and on the
Yeah,
side.
sign, yep.
and tackle people on the way out the door? The homestead exemption, I asked to put that on the agenda. We get a lot of questions about what the homestead exemption is lately. At the time when I asked to put it on the agenda, I was gonna ask to get a definition to put on our Facebook page and our website, but I found a main government explanation that I think if everybody thinks that's reasonable, we could post on our town page and our Facebook page to help answer those questions, because I don't feel comfortable answering them.
It starts at 20,000, depending on the value of the town. And you have to be a resident in your home for 1 year, and then there's an application, and then Paul processes it. It's really.
The application's like 3 or 4 questions.
Yeah,
It's like really easy.
I think the key thing to post with this
It's
is to talk to Paul and get a short explanation, you know, a short paragraph or two on why homestead exemption went down this year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a key piece to add in with this definition.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just so that people understand that homestead exemption went down, not because we lowered it or the state lowered it, but because it was lowered due to value changes.
Can you pass that on to
We're
Catherine?
gonna do what? Wait, right.
Lowered due to value changes. Because the assessment value, and don't quote me on this because I may not be
Oh, it's right
remembering.
there in that, give it back and read it.
it's the assessment of the town's valuation.
This is, see the equation in there, I think,
They just found an old way to give it that.
or it might be right there.
If the local certified ratio in your town is 80%, your exemption is computed in the following manner. 25,000 times 80% will give you your 20,000 figure. If your property value is reduced.
Skip a line, I think.
If the total value. I'm missing it. But essentially, the issue is our town, the assessment of our town is changing. So we were, I think, 80% before, now I believe we're 75%.
I think so.
In what the state has us set at. So because we're dropping, we lose homestead exemption value.
Which goes back to, again, to what I was saying about being considered against different towns, our value of town.
So that's because the reason we're dropping, and this is part of the reason why I want Paul to write it up. Is the reason that percentage is changing is because of how crazy home sales have been in the last couple of years. The price of a home that gets sold affects what the town is valued at. And if we're not meeting, I don't know how to say it, because what the town is valuing people's houses at is not the same as what those houses are selling at. They're essentially penalizing us for not having that value closer together.
Can pass this back, but we're gonna put more information on the website.
There's somebody trying to join.
I let them in.
Looks like somebody did join from a phone.
CB grant. We received a grant for $75,000 to put in a heat pump at the fire station and repair or radiant flooring at the town garage. My read of this is that we're gonna have to kick in a lot more money to get the town garage radiant floor heating done than
I think we need to get some updated quotes. Cause I know there was an issue with one of the quotes, it didn't cover the whole area of the floor.
Is it already radiating in the floor?
No,
Oh. They're gonna tear the whole floor up.
well, that,
Yeah.
part of the reason we're looking
You
in,
can split the whole building.
no, you don't have to flip the whole
No,
building,
you can floor it.
no.
No.
That part of the reason this was getting looked into was because the floor needs to be replaced in there anyways. The floor is cracking and broken under where the salt trucks sit. So,
Fire station?
no, the DOT down in the garage.
Oh, the
So
state garage.
Yeah, the problem is where the trucks have sat with salt in them, it's essentially the concrete is breaking down.
Yeah.
So we have to replace some of the floor anyways. So we're trying to see if this grant would help pay some of that cost.
What's in there for years now?
There are
Is it like?
two of
One's
the
hanging
box.
from the ceiling?
Yes, there's two of them. Yep, one on each end.
Cause we have that at my work, we have radiant and
Mhm.
the quick recovery heaters. And you definitely need the quick recovery heaters with the radiant, or
Yeah.
as soon as you open a garage door and drive the truck out, all your heat is gone.
Yeah.
And it takes forever for it to come back.
Mhm.
So
It's not like that, lay on the floor.
exactly, and it's nice if you're laying in the back.
Yeah. No, like I said, it wasn't just for the heat reasons that we were doing it, because we're looking at getting the floor done anyways.
Are they also looking to an alternative on how to keep the salt off the new concrete? Possibly.
There's no real way.
That'd be easier.
I mean, we can paint it, but that's about all that's about all we can do to get the salt out of there.
Coating you can put on that won't.
Right, but-
Which won't let your
Yeah.
concrete explode from
Mhm.
the salt contact.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 grand if you save you.
But I mean, it'll double the time that the floor will last.
Mhm.
Because that salt, like, within a few years will start popping the concrete
Geez, it's
again.
almost like it does to cars.
It is, I mean,
It's not.
salt and concrete don't mix.
I guess before we go any further, and just trying to stay on agenda, stay on topic, I think we need to reevaluate
Mhm.
both estimates and see if we still can get them done for what we thought we could get them done.
And is the grant a payback
I
grant
think
or
we're-
a give to us grant?
I think we're good to go on the fire department
Yeah.
ones, cause that was a full written estimate from a contractor. So I think we're good to go on the fire department ones, but I think the highway garage ones, I think we need to have someone come in and quote it just to make sure.
Who did he get the quote from?
I don't know off the top of my head.
With the, heat pumps,
Mhm.
if you read the email that I received, we're gonna have to cover $8,400 temporarily
Yep.
until they. Okay,
For an efficiency main rebate till the rebate comes in.
so we have to find 10 grand.
It comes out of a line and when the rebate comes in, the rebate covers it.
Okay, just,
Yeah.
we weren't sure, nobody was sure about that, so that was
Yeah.
something that was answered, so.
Yeah, we've done it. And depending on the contractor, you don't always have to cover it. Sometimes the contractor takes care of that. Like some of the ones that we do with the school, they take it off the price of the actual equipment and they do all the reimbursement stuff. We don't actually have to.
Just wanted to make that known that,
Yep. Yep, no, usually that's part of it. I mean, it's like a lot of our other grants. If there's a piece that you're getting reimbursed for or something later on, you just take the money out. When the money comes in, it goes back.
Have you guys priced it both ways? Going through efficiency main and not through efficiency main?
No,
I believe it all went through efficiency main, because
No,
that's part of the resiliency grant.
Okay.
That's fine.
Sometimes it can be cheaper to not go through efficiency main.
So there again, we still gotta pay that grant back.
No,
no,
it's a
The
reimbursement.
$75,000 is ours. It's already sitting in the bank account. We don't have to pay any of that back. Yeah, well, we already have that.
so should we be moving forward with the heat pump in the fire station before the winter?
I think we should move forward as soon as they can get to it.
And then getting a new estimate for the garage on the flooring?
Mhm.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion to go ahead with the first part of the grant, under task one, to go ahead with the fire department heat and AC pumps. And then we can go ahead and get, a second round of quotes on the stuff for the highway garage.
I second it.
All those in favor?
I guess that grant in motion.
I'll ask Andy to get a new quote. Okay,
Who are we using and when are we scheduling, who's calling, just so we're all on the same page? Who are we using for heat pumps?
Who put the bid in? Greg, as far as I know, the bid should be in the, it should be in the application packet. Yep. Mhm.
Okay, I'll look.
sewer foreman slash superintendent is our next item on the agenda. And you're here so we can talk about you. Yes.
One word, exit.
So after 36,
Seven.
Going on, yeah, just
37?
turned 35 in June,
okay, so,
36, it'd be close to 36 when I get done.
so after 36 years, our sewer superintendent is gonna retire. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, it's time for somebody else's turn. Yeah.
Because it's on the agenda, really to keep the conversation moving forward, we need to replace the retiring superintendent. Are we going to?
Gold watch. Gold watch. Be happy with silver.
Do you want your taxes to go up anymore? No, we'll talk about an appropriate present for Dave at a later time, but really, I think we have to start talking about a replacement, and I don't know that we have any answers today, but I asked to put that on the agenda so that we could basically keep it on the agenda until we're moving forward. So, anything else on sewer foreman or superintendent?
We could also put that out on.
I think we just start looking and
Yeah,
seeing what other towns are doing and what we have for posting options and then what that might cost us and then look at. If we were to look at a contractor or a company to do it for us instead, what that would cost us and trying to do a cost comparison. Of what we would be looking at both ways and see what the best option for the town is.
I think it would be somebody close related to the town. You get in somebody from outside that don't give a shit about us.
you have to have specific training and certificates you have to hold to do that, which is,
Do you wanna look into the apprentice program? Aaron Gaylord was talking to us and he knows a little bit more, and he knows about it as well. Just, it's an option to. These are people who are. Looking for the apprenticeships and they're working their way towards their certificates to be superintendents, so.
And they would apprentice with the current?
I do believe so.
Okay. I'm thinking we probably need to get a bid from a private company and do a surveys,
Salary.
salary survey, yeah.
What they did before, when I got hired years ago, they advertised it in the paper as a a helper, you know?
Mhm.
So you probably want to run something in the paper, looking for a
Yep.
licensed sewer plant operator. Plus versus an industry that might want to take it, but I
Mhm.
I don't know about that, but I mean, outside contractor versus. It would be nice if could find somebody that was more local, because
Mhm.
the alarm systems and everything, you know.
Yeah.
They'd be close by, but
That was what I was.
I-
yeah, it'd be hard to, it might, I don't know, I say it'd be hard to do, but it might not be, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just, you know, to be fiscally responsible, we need to look at both ways and see
Yeah.
what's better and. I think we can pull a salary.
Looking for a job. Dave Madison, yeah.
Would you do a salary survey? And Dave, do we already have a bid from the private company or do we have to get one still?
No, like Vortex, they're kind of interested, you know, Paulo works for Vortex. I give him the O&M paperwork on it, but I've asked him a couple times, he comes up once in a while, and I said, well, have you and your boss looked at it?
said, we're talking about it, but I said, well. When you get ready, you probably have to come in and meet with you people.
Mhm.
See where their numbers are versus your numbers. It'd probably be the best way to do it, but
Do you
I
think
think
rather than
we're-
a bid, at least a proposal from them that we could review, Kathy?
But I believe you said it, or it was either Aaron or you, that they won't maintain the grounds, they won't.
Right,
It's just to specifically.
they like to do
I
this
think-
pump stations.
I think what we should do is have them come in and sit down with us and talk, do a proposal and then talk through with us
Yeah, I
and see
think that's fair.
what they offer and what they don't, and
It could be very
Go
hard
from
to
there.
find somebody to cover it all, when, you know,
Yeah.
and. Cause Vortex, they got Dixfield, they got Farmingdale, they got Randolph, but all they're doing is the pump stations.
Mhm.
They're on an alarm system, but that's all they take care of, and.
Yep.
So this is quite a bit different here.
You could be part-time a mower.
Okay,
What's that?
You could mow part-time.
moving along. Moving along, trying to get everybody home for dinner. The sewer toxicity test. I believe it was $25,000 is the current invoice.
22 and change, I think, yeah.
And it's my understanding this has to be done.
Well, I'll give you a little update on that, the sewer, the toxicity, it's supposed to be done next month, but. I tried to get a hold of the DEP, I talked to them, I asked them if we could delay it, so, oh yeah, we'll delay it for a while, but. Then they said, come back, said first quarter, which would be January, February, March. And then, that's not a good time, because you have to have an automatic sampler sitting on the ground, line going down, so everything would freeze up. So then they, April, May or June now, second quarter, it's gotta be done.
Mhm.
And it's close to 25,000. Last time we did it was 10.5. Well, we've been doing this since 1990, but. That test bothers me because every time we have it down, we never have anything wrong. But every 5 years, you have to have a new license, so a year prior to license renewal. They make you do that test, that's right in the license. I tried to get out of it this time because we're having some. Expensive stuff done in the pump station, so I thought maybe we could let it go for a year, but. And they're hanging on with it, so you can't get out of it, I don't. Can't get out of it. So I guess that's
So you said May or April?
April, May or June, second quarter,
Okay,
yeah,
of 2026.
yes, April, May or June, yes.
Given our evolving understanding of our finances. Wondering if we should put this off till our next meeting to see if we can find the appropriate funds. And that won't slow you down too much if you're not talking about doing it until April, right? If we wait till our next meeting,
Yeah.
when hopefully we have a better understanding of our
Yeah, it should
audits.
be, yeah, it should be better, yeah.
Okay,
We could keep working on it and see if we can get out of it, but as of right now, it's not. And another thing too, they're gonna make us use, it's a biological plant, they're gonna make us use chemicals. It's gonna be acid and vinegar. Because our Coca-Cola test results were high. So now they wanna. I don't know what the expense is on that, getting that set up, the pump and everything, but that's coming down the road. That outfit, their cap is it?
Mhm.
They're looking at doing our cap, yeah. So that, I think they wanna do that sometime next year too, but. It's too bad, never had used chemicals up there, always. And of course, DEP, they set the months back from April to October, if we discharge, we gotta have Coca-Cola. But like now, next month when I start discharging, the 2nd of November. I don't have to check for Coca-Cola, just BOD and TSS. But April to October now, they set them both back a month, they were a month ahead. Now they set them back more, because that's right in the middle of that spring discharge, yeah. And they it's all to do with really kind of like everything's warmer. The water's really warm when we let that go and the tests were high. Usually we're pretty good, but this one was. you're allowed 236 and it was 600 and something on the test. So that's why they get after us and then, oh, we're gonna fix this, so. Now they're gonna eventually get set up with this chemical thing. Down the road, but. I don't know when for sure, I think next year sometime, but. Hopefully after May, maybe,
Okay.
I'll be down Old Orchard.
Understood. So Kathy, we can have that
The day after he gets done.
pushed off on the next agenda.
Yeah.
Personnel policy,
Table,
table that to the
because I
next
didn't
meeting?
get, yep, I didn't get done what I was hoping to, so we can table that.
Okay. Planning board. Well, I would like to, Tom, I'll talk to you because you're right here. I'd like to ask you to come to a meeting specifically.
Okay.
And we'd like to put together a list of questions in advance that we'd like to talk through with you. Nothing really to, from left field or right field if you want to. I think one thing that was on our minds was a comprehensive plan. It's kind of an update on that. Trying to get you on town emails, you know, kind of just minor stuff like that. So can we pick a time maybe after this meeting or
Sure.
over email, we can coordinate which
Yeah,
planning,
well,
which
I can be,
select board meeting would be best for you?
yeah, I mean, I can do. You wanna do it during one of the select board meetings?
Yes, please.
I do have the 13th available if needed. Or the November, or we can do the 11th of December. That's when they're.
We just put a whole bunch of things off to the 13th. So can we do the 11th of December?
Sure.
And we'll try to get you a list of just questions and
Okay.
be ahead of time. So
Sure.
12. Insurance. Kathy emailed us an insurance quote and our insurance is going down.
Yes. And the representative, I can't, I just lost his name, came in today to bring us our complimentary calendars. And he said he was very shocked that ours went down because most towns around us went up 13%.
Wow,
So,
it's like my insurance.
yeah, so we were very, actually, when Jamie emailed it to me, she was very surprised as well, so, you know, yeah, we don't, we don't have claims, we've been doing good, so. I wanted to share that. Something went down.
Well, I think we should sign it quick before they change their minds. Okay, good. Thank you. Other business.
In your folders, there's just a couple of FYIs, we got this letter from Medcare. We got it certified in the mail, so I wanted to share it. They're talking about a 4th extension on the joint ambulance service agreement. I kind of wish Rob hadn't left. But you can take a look at it. They are having meetings, but I don't see a date specifically for a meeting of this. But you can read it over and you can email the chief if you have any questions. But it is talking about a continuum of the service agreement into a 4th extension period, so I'm assuming that means that just. It, you know, the cost will go up, as we all know will happen, but we're staying in contract with them.
But there's nothing we need to do right now.
No, it was just an FYI.
Other business?
Meeting dates in November and December,
Yeah,
have the holidays.
I'd say we probably don't have them unless, usually we don't have it
We don't
unless we need it, yeah.
1 month, okay, I just wanted so we can get them posted.
And usually we don't unless we need to schedule a special one for something.
Okay, so we'll do one in November, one in December.
If we need to give up a date, we will.
So, yeah.
Other business. I had something else, I think. Oh, the annual mandatory training, did we close that loop last?
I spoke to, the gentleman I've been emailing, Richard Glover, and he has passed it on to someone else at the DOL. Because he is one who would hold us in compliance,
Mhm.
so he doesn't wanna lead us astray, he wants someone else to look at what I sent, so, no, I don't have an answer for that. As soon as I do, I will message the board and then I will get that scheduled, if they say it's a go ahead.
Okay. Can we pop it on the agenda for next time too, so I don't forget?
That's why
Thank you. Oh, good, you're still here.
I'm still here.
We talked at our last meeting about setting up a sewer workshop to work through a lot of these things. We'd like to schedule something
Okay,
if you're available and when you're available.
yeah,
Would it be better if we called you outside of this meeting?
I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I guess, most of the time it's pretty flexible. Would it be in the afternoon, maybe after 5, is that what you're saying, or
Probably.
what time frame would it be?
I'm pretty flexible. I think the board usually likes to do after 5 o'clock. Does that?
Okay, yeah, after 5, yeah. Yeah.
We can come up with some dates
Yeah.
and then,
Would it be okay if we came up with some dates and show?
Yeah,
gave them to
come
you?
up some dates and,
Okay.
I mean, I'll make sure it's nothing's on my calendar for that. Hopefully not,
Well, Christmas is coming.
well, yeah,
Kathy, could you help us get some dates, Dave? Thank you. For a sewer workshop.
What works for people, that's the thing is.
Oh, I know. I'm thinking we can address that as soon as we get out of here.
yeah.
Okay,
I just don't
I'll pull my
want to
calendar
delay.
up. Yeah, I'll pull my calendar up before we leave tonight and we can all find something.
The other thing that I had was, can we repost to Facebook that the town cleanup is still going? Saturday? Can we repost it before Saturday that the town cleanup is going until Saturday?
Post last cleanup day, got it.
Any other business?
And I'll do mine committee
Okay.
reports, so.
Approval of the warrants. Accounts payable warrants, number 30, $3,745.65. And number 35, $14,065.42.
So moved.
Second,
All those in favor? Brian?
Yep, in favor. Sorry.
Payroll warrants, number 33, $6,471.59. Number 34, $665.28. And number 36, $5,776.87.
So moved.
second,
All those in favor? Public comment. Great, moving along. Committee reports.
So I just want to say a few things about rec. This weekend is rec's last weekend of soccer. We've had a bunch of kids turn out this year, and they've been playing and doing really well, having a lot of fun. On the event side of things, we're still working on securing the dates, but there will be, a Polar Express movie sometime in probably December.
what date did you
We
say?
couldn't find it. We were looking, couldn't find the date, so.
6th and the 13th.
The 30th of November,
Now, that's the tree lighting.
Yeah,
okay, we did set
that's why we were questioning it, because we could only find the date that we set for the tree lighting, but,
it, no, we did set it. I can look it up.
okay.
They set it and forget it.
Well, there is one coming. There'll be more details coming soon about a townwide event here in January. But just a heads up, there will be a fun event possibly on January 9th. But we're still getting details finalized for that one. I want you to those.
Can I ask a question? With the athletic soccer stuff?
Mhm.
Who decides what teams Canton plays? Who sets that up?
So for soccer or for baseball or? For soccer, the last couple of years, we've been in the same league.
Okay.
So I know the person that took over this year just followed suit with what Danielle had last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other reason why I'm questioning that, like we played, I remember last year, like we played like St. Dom's. We played Lewiston,
Mhm.
like those are class A schools and
Yeah.
we're not class A schools.
I believe they're playing, yeah, they're running out of the league that runs out of Winthrop. Because Lonnie's the one that kind of oversees the league in the area.
Okay.
I don't know, I'd have to ask Andrew, he's the one that went to all the meetings and stuff, so I don't know how that all happened, but I think part of it was he came in late and
Right.
he agreed to do it. Like it was either the day before or 2 days before their league meeting was, so he just jumped on and took it from there.
Okay.
But yeah, I can check with him and see.
Only just trying to make it a little more fair for
Mhm.
our kids.
Yep.
Like, I think our team of fourth, fifth and sixth graders for soccer, I think we've won like one game all season.
Mhm.
And when we lose, like, it's not like 2-0, it's like 8-0. So it's a little
Yeah.
discouraging for
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, no, we can look at that.
It will be hard to get kids to come next year, if they're getting blown out this year.
yeah,
It's like, we don't wanna go and lose, I mean, nobody likes to lose, I mean, you have to learn to lose, but like,
Right.
I mean, blowouts are just, that means we're just out of class.
I know when we played St. Dom's, like, their coach told their kids to stop scoring runs.
Mhm.
And it was like completely obvious, so, but.
Yeah, no, we'll look at it because like I say, we're looking at possibly changing baseball leagues again anyways, so, I mean, it's something we can look at.
Perfect.
Are you done? with
I'm
your-
done. Yep.
Halloween, my part of the event is Saturday night on the trail, there's a haunted trail. We have some new scarers we've added. And trick or trunk is on Halloween night from 6 to 8 at the boat launch. And we have lots of, I'm not sure who has more fun, the kids or the adults.
I just have a question for that, with trunk or treat, trunk, whatever. Why do we put an end time? It's just a question, like, why isn't it
So-
6 till when we don't get no kids, so.
That's how it fades out.
I mean, that's the way we
for that.
always do it, but I mean,
Yeah.
why would you put it, because then what I'm saying is like, somebody that gets out of work late.
'Cause
Comes
I don't want-
home and they get home at 7:30 and they're like, by the time I get you guys down there, it's gonna be after 8, they're not gonna be there, when we probably would be there. That's the only reason why I'm asking why we put an end time. I know it's not that big of a deal, but,
No, cause I guess for some of us.
and I should have brought it up the other night.
Yeah.
because that-
Well, being a certain bedtime for some of us. Maybe, and it dies, the ground, as you know, dies down. After a certain time, so everybody, we're out there freezing and it's like, okay, there's nobody much coming, we're done.
You get too scary, Robin.
Well, and I understand that. But the children that have a parent that comes home late, they might not get to come where. If we're there till 8:30 and it says 8 o'clock,
It's never come up, we've never had anybody say anything.
well, they're not gonna, I mean.
Well,
Like, I'm just saying, in the future, could we just put until candy runs out or?
Just starts at 6.
We can talk about it.
yeah,
I mean,
but that's my things. And
What you have?
I love the trunk.
Robin,
You have more?
I've seen one
I've been
that
hearing
has
that.
it. We also tell kids that.
yes,
The nursing home has, their residents are passing out candy, the residents really look forward to seeing that. So
Because we try to
they've asked if we
coordinate
just
with
kind of remind people of that.
now the other thing is, Jim and I met with North Coast Services about recycling. The electronics that are at the transfer station, and we have, people can bring them in, your computers, stuff like that. It will be $100 for the travel fee. I just want to make sure that's okay, that we do that.
One time, $100 and as many electronics as we want.
Yes, whenever we called them, then it's $100, and I asked about, can we also try to schedule with Livermore to maybe split that cost of travel time? So that is, since we've changed trash service, we had to find someone new to take that. And that was who Livermore uses, and he's very nice. He'll bring Gaylords in, it gets put in there. And then when we call them, they'll come haul it away. It's just a travel fee they charge.
Do we take,
North Coast.
do we take that travel fee out of, the solid waste reserve, similar to what we do with the metal?
Probably, cause don't have anything in the budget for that.
Well, that's what I mean, then we
Yeah.
can kind of work it back and forth, kind of the same way we do with the metal pile.
But we're not ready to call them yet.
No, we're not.
Okay.
It'll be a couple weeks, so if anybody has computer screens, TVs, whatever, take them to the dump. Anytime, it's not just during this big cleanup, it's an ongoing collection.
It's a good idea, not many places offer it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
And it's free, so that we get our $100 worth of.
I think $100 is really reasonable too, really.
Oh, yeah, it's very limited who will come do this.
That's what I mean, but for them to come do it, they gotta pay the person driving the truck, they gotta pay for the fuel. Seems like $100 is like minute for that service.
Robbie, you said North Coast recycling,
I mean, really.
North Coast Services. Thank you.
That was my one name.
That was your thing.
Yes, that's it.
You're done now?
You said Universal, right?
Yeah.
Andy put a approximately 15-page update of the things they've been doing recently. And it's incredibly detailed. And again, to preserve everybody's dinner, I'm not gonna read it. But I have a copy of it if anybody'd like to see what the highway department has been up to. Any other committee reports? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Get to the vote.
You voted that time.
I know, it was motion to adjourn. Who's ready to go home?